5 wins. 5 in a row. A 19-year-old from Bologna who has single-handedly turned Formula One on its head. Kimi Antonelli arrives in Barcelona carrying a massive 66-point lead over Lewis Hamilton, driving a Mercedes that is, right now, undeniably the fastest F1 car on Earth. But Barcelona is no ordinary circuit. It is the ultimate laboratory and proving ground. The track that ruthlessly exposes every single weakness, rewards pure engineering brilliance, and brutally punishes anything less. This is your F1 Speed Report preview for the 2026 Barcelona Grand Prix. Let's get into it. Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. 4.657 kilometers. 14 corners. 66 laps on race day. Teams know these turns like the back of their hand because it served as F1's primary winter testing venue for more than 2 decades. They have more data here than anywhere else on the calendar. Before we break down the microsectors, here is your F1 Speed Report quiz of the day. Who holds the outright all-time lap record at the circuit, and what was the mind-bending time? Drop your guesses in the comments right now. No cheating. The answer is coming up right before our final podium predictions. Now, why is this deep familiarity a double-edged sword? Simple. There is absolutely nowhere to hide if your car has a fundamental flaw. High-speed traction, rear tire degradation, and ERS deployment efficiency, Barcelona tests every single millimeter of a car's architecture. Sector 1 begins with a massive, punishing drag down to Turn 1, a heavy braking zone that immediately separates the brave from the reckless. Then comes Turn 3, sweeping hard and throwing maximum lateral load directly onto that left rear tire. Sector 2, this is where the magic happens. The iconic S-curves and high-speed sweepers demand absolute aerodynamic confidence and rear-end stability. Any car that feels nervous here will instantly bleed half a second a lap. Sector 3 brings the drivers back through the stadium section to the final hairpin. This is pure setup compromise territory. Engineers earn their money right here, dialing in a softer rear for exit traction but keeping a stiffer front for mid-corner rotation. To cope with the stress, Pirelli nominated the high durability C2, C3, and C4 compounds for this weekend. A selection explicitly designed to reward aggressive strategy. Story number 1. The streak. Can Antonelli make it 6? China, Japan, Miami, Canada, Monaco. He's taken them down one after another with an almost eerie sense of calm. He sits comfortably on 156 points, but behind him, the intra-Mercedes battle is intensifying just as the pressure on the young rookie should be hitting a boiling point. And here is the terrifying context for the rest of the grid. Barcelona is where this Mercedes car was built, metaphorically speaking. The team has more long-run data than anyone. If the W17 is dominant anywhere, it should be right here. But Ferrari is not done. Lewis Hamilton's second-place finish in Monaco proved he is reconnecting with his raw competitive instincts in a red car that genuinely has the pace to challenge. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc, currently 4th in the standings after a heartbreaking Monaco retirement, carries a massive chip on his shoulder to deliver for the Tifosi. He finished on the podium here in 2025 and knows exactly how to extract performance from this venue. The Ferrari SF26 has shown incredible strength through medium to high-speed corners, which is exactly what Barcelona demands. If they can fix their Saturday qualifying pace, the front row is easily within reach. Don't sleep on the McLaren double threat. Oscar Piastri took pole and won here in 2025. And Lando Norris, the reigning champion, remains deeply dangerous even as his title hopes start to fade. The McL39 is an absolute weapon in fast sweepers. Do not sleep on the papaya. And then, there's the wild card, Max Verstappen. The math is brutal. He's sitting 7th, a massive 113 points behind Antonelli. But Red Bull has been aggressively bringing upgrades, and Barcelona has historically been a Red Bull fortress. If Max nails Saturday qualifying and puts it on the front row, Sunday becomes an entirely different equation. Strategy A, the classic two-stopper, soft, medium, hard. This calls for an aggressive opening stint followed by a highly controlled closeout. It works beautifully for a car running with strong pace in clean air, the exact Antonelli blueprint. Strategy B, the one-stop undercut threat, medium, hard. This option forces the driver to commit to tire life, keep the gap manageable, and utilize traffic and the safety car window. This is Ferrari's play if they want to overcut Mercedes. Barcelona's 2026 compounds are notably harder than last year's selection, meaning tire deg will be moderate. However, that rear left tire takes such a severe beating through the sweepers that it will force teams' hands in the final stint. Pay close attention to the 3 chaos factors that could flip this entire race on its head. The safety car. Barcelona historically tends to stay green, but if a car finds the wall, it immediately equalizes strategy and hands a massive advantage to the one-stop runners. Ferrari will be praying for this. Turn 1 carnage. The opening lap braking zone is historically a magnet for accidents. If Antonelli gets away cleanly, the race is effectively over. If he gets squeezed or clipped, the entire Grand Prix blows wide open. The 2026 DRS shocker. Remember, 2026 regulations mean these cars run without a drag reduction system. Overtaking now relies entirely on raw power-to-drag advantages, which plays directly into the hands of the monstrous Mercedes power unit on the main straight. Before we lock in our final podium, let's answer our quiz. If you guessed Oscar Piastri, you were right. The McLaren driver set the outright lap record here during his victorious 2025 run with a blistering time of 1 minute and 15.743 seconds. Shout out to everyone who got it right in the comments. Alright, time to put our reputation on the line with the official F1 speed report predictions for Barcelona 2026. P3, Oscar Piastri. The defending lap record holder loves these sweepers, and the MCL 40 will be flying. P2, Lewis Hamilton. The Barcelona race pace perfectly suits the SF26, and Hamilton is highly motivated, hungry, and dangerous right now. P1, Kimi Antonelli. Because 5 wins in a row doesn't happen by accident, and this circuit fits the dominant W17 like a glove. Make it 6 straight wins for the rookie. Our dark horse for a surprise podium? Max Verstappen. If he cracks qualifying, and Barcelona has that Red Bull tendency, he could completely spoil the party during the final stint. For the championship, Antonelli just needs a steady points finish. Hamilton and Russell desperately need a 1-2 finish with Antonelli failing to score points. But let's be real, it isn't going to happen. Barcelona 2026. Round 7. The circuit that tells absolutely no lies. Can Antonelli keep the streak alive? Can Ferrari finally break the Mercedes stranglehold? Or will Max Verstappen remind the entire world exactly why he is a 4-time world champion? We will find out this Sunday, the 14th of June, with lights out at 1500 hours local time in Barcelona. If you want our comprehensive, unfiltered race review the literal second it drops, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon. You know the drill. Drop your exact top 3 predictions in the comments below. Let's see who gets it right. We are F1 Speed Report, and we'll see you on the grid.